we talk about the bicycle thing, electric bicycle, so right now they are importing 90% of their components from China. So government can dive into that and say that you have to go for the make in India components and everything. And if we go for the two-wheeler market like Ola or Hero Electric, so their components like the forging components and everything, they are sourcing from outside also, and they are getting it sampled in India also. So if the cost gets mashed up, so they say that we can go for the India too. So the government can dive in and see what more can be done.
Welcome to another episode of the Vision Board. We talk to various industry people to understand their perspective, and this is the episode where we talk to Siddharth Mittal of Auto International to know the SMB perspective. In this episode, we'll be talking to Siddharth and understand what are the current challenges that this industry has faced over the last 2 years. Let's get deep into the conversation and understand what is it about SMB that we are missing, or what is it about SMB that we are exploring. Welcome, Siddharth.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Siddharth, for being part. Actually, this is our first episode, where we'll be diving deep into the SMB industries. So I'm happy that you are here, where we'll try to learn the challenges of the, not only auto industry, but SMB overall.
Okay.
So let me start with this. This is because you're from marketing team and you're leading the marketing team. You're the marketing director of Auto International. How is marketing for an auto industry different from the rest of the industry? Yeah, and especially the auto ancillary companies like yours. How is marketing different in your industry?
See, what I can say is we as a forging and machining unit are offering extensive range of integrated smart and e-mobility solutions. Auto International believes in connecting aspirations by offering innovative mobility solutions that are in line with customer aspirations. So as the international business is growing for us, so we have decided to look into the 4 key features which are driving optimal sourcing and manufacturing, enhancing overall customer experience, and establishing the Auto International brand across the geographies, which is the most important right now.
So what are the biggest marketing challenges in the auto industry that you have experienced this year particularly, or maybe, post-pandemic? I mean, I do understand there are a lot of marketing challenges you must be facing every day, but what is it that you want to particularly tell us about?
Well, I would say that demand can fluctuate dramatically, and overstock inventories were the most important thing, which hampered the productions and everything in the automotive sector. The automotive market, it can be highly unpredictable and volatile, often as a result of external factors which are beyond shippers' control. So damage in trust of brand, which can cause the nosedive situation for us.
And as far as marketing is concerned, what are the new things that Auto International is thinking of to do this year?
If I talk about Auto Internationally particularly, so in previous times we used to focus more on exhibitions and everything, and we used to spend nearly about 25 to 30 lakhs just for 4 to 5 days. So during the COVID times, we have seen that the other variant is the online marketing and everything. So through the platforms like LinkedIn and this Facebook and all, so we can just promote our brand and we can reach to the target customer.
So Siddharth, this pandemic has been a learning lesson for all of us, right? Even companies like ours have tried to diverse ourselves and try to learn, the new things. And we kept on inventing ourselves. So
Yes.
what are the major learnings for SMB for pandemic? What would your company do differently now? What changes have you adopted in your marketing strategy?
Okay. So firstly, I'll take it in general for the MSMEs, that the backbone of India's economy is MSME, and it is hurting on account of the impact of COVID-19 impact, and lockdown impacted business and growth plans for several small industries in India, with over 82% of small industries seeing a negative impact and 70% stating it would be almost a year to achieve pre-COVID levels. And during this pandemic, we understood the importance of online selling mechanism, digital payments, digital bookkeeping, cloud solutions, automation, managed services, and various as a service solutions. So these allowed us to tap into new avenues of growth, and they no longer worry about spending on a large internal team to manage these processes manually. And the last thing is we are now more focused in pitching the market via B2B platform instead of making personal visits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how do you think brands are leveraging this marketing to create a separate brand name in the industry? For example, Auto International, right? I mean, everybody must be doing something different, but for, say, your company, what is it that you are doing differently to create your brand name?
So if we talk about the North India specifically, so in North India, whatever forging companies you see and everything, so they don't promote their brand online by telling their stories about a component which they have, say you can say forged or something. So we are telling about the components we are forging, we are machining, we are telling about the product range, and this is taking like every weekly or fortnightly we are promoting a poster or a banner on internet, and according to that, so that it reaches our customer, that whatever you can say machinery or any product we are adding into our cart, so they can get updated and they can get to know about the same.
Siddharth, I mean, I am actually fascinated by the AR VR technology, which can actually disrupt this, SMB space. So, what are your views on AR VR technology for your industry, and how effectively Indian SMBs is going to use it in future? Because I see a lot of, restriction also. I mean, there is a limitation that I see in the SMB space. They are not very experimental. So
Yes.
what is your take on this, and what do you think whether companies like Auto International, which is an auto ancillary product, are they going to use this technology to reach your international business, or the people who are not able to visit your company maybe because of the restriction? So what's your view on that?
Yes, surely virtual reality and augmented reality are ready for business, and some of the biggest opportunities to exploit these technologies lie in industrial manufacturing and design. So I would say in today's manufacturing industries are trying to improve their competitiveness by combining manufacturing at par with information technology. So as you said that VR and AR are the technologies and effective technologies in Indian SMBs. So surely the people would turn their perspective towards the AR VR, because when you see a client who is sitting overseas and he can visit your company through just a technology part, so that is the best part the SMBs would be looking for, and it will increase the business also.
So Siddharth, how do you use content marketing? I mean, I don't see a lot of SMBs using content marketing as key. I mean, everybody is having their website or they're writing blogs or whatever. But do you think that SMB has used content marketing, in its best way? And how can brand like yours leverage it?
See, in our business, the content is the product we are manufacturing, the infrastructure we have, and how we are increasing it day by day. And you can say about the management, how they are keenly interested in the products and in the infrastructure to growth and to showcase into the public. So I would say that with the coming times, the people's mind are changing. And since I have joined the business, it's been 3 years now. So I have seen the change in my company also. like my father, he is the MD of the company. He was reluctant to do some things at the beginning when I joined, but later on he decided that these are the things which are the future, and you can say it can reach to maximum number of people in a short span of time. So he adapted those changes, and he went on to that.
Siddharth, I mean, I'm really excited about the EV boom in India. So, what's your take on it? How far is it going? How far you guys are taking the advantage of this EV boom? Is Auto International doing anything special for this particular industry, and how you're going to leverage it?
Auto International has recently sampled with their aluminum forging components, and we are proud to say that now we can manufacture the aluminum forging from 500 grams to 6.5 kgs on our screw presses. So we are ready with the change, and we are now exploring different aspects in which we can enhance our capabilities and we can reach to the maximum customers for the EV sector, because the Indian EV market is currently in its infancy and is estimated growth at compound annual growth rate of 90% from 2021 to 2030. And in terms of penetration, EV sales accounts for barely 1.3% of total vehicle sales in India during 2021. So this is surely the next future. And however, the market is growing rapidly and is expected to worth more. India's shift to shared electric and connected mobility could help the country save nearly 1 gigaton of carbon dioxide emissions by 2030.
And what are your expectations from, say, the government, for this kind of boom? I'm sure government is doing a lot of stuff, right? But is there anything that the SMB companies like you want to tell the government? I mean, we have seen a lot of reports that government is giving a lot of schemes, so that India can get into that boom, right? And almost at par with the world. So what are your expectations from, say, a government in this perspective?
See, I would say whatever research I have done for the EV sector right now, if we talk about the bicycle thing, electric bicycle. So right now they are importing 90% of their components from China. So government can dive into that and say that you have to go for the make in India components and everything. And if we go for the two-wheeler market like Ola or Hero Electric, so their components like the forging components and everything, they are sourcing from outside also, and they are getting it sampled in India also. So if the cost gets mashed up, so they say that we can go for the India too. So the government can dive in and see what more can be done.
And you are positive about it?
Yes, I am positive.
Great, great. Siddharth, we have almost covered the business part. We tried to get your views on business. Now it's time to know you a bit. So it's the personal section of the vision board.
Okay.
Very simple question. You are an engineer. Why did you opt for the marketing department of your company? What makes marketing so interesting for you?
So what I believe is that engineering every day, we come across problem statements which are out of our curriculum books. Also, there are problems which are not available on any website. So we have to solve the statements hypothetically on the spot. Therefore, I believe a common person will look for answers in a conventional way, whereas an engineer will look at from all possible ways. And I believe that in marketing, I can solve the problems with my analytical thinking. Moreover, I find as an engineering background, I can give complete solution as a techno-commercial person.
Okay, interesting. So, Siddharth, what made you join the family business? Was it a tough decision, or what is an easy one? Because I already have a business, and I need to help my father, and that's why I've joined. Or is it something more to make the industry big?
See, when I was in my childhood, in the business families, it is very common that the parents say that at last you have to handle your family business. It was the same with me, but during my graduation time, my father told me that whatever you want to do, you can pursue. We have no restrictions for you. But since my childhood, I was inclined towards automobiles, particularly cars. So when I had to make my decision to enter into business, my passion was one of the inclinations which led me here, because we were doing the automotive parts and we were associated with all the automotive companies. So during my college days, I used to organize a lot of fests and programs, which helped me recognizing my ability of management. And I was ending somewhere with the technical education I was doing. So decided to kickstart my family business by looking after the export marketing, especially. So after deciding the first thing, it was to get an exposure for the same. So I did an internship in Sonalika Tractors International Business Office, where I got to learn a lot. And that was the time I was sure about my decision. So I would say it was not that tough for me to decide.
It was not that tough for you, right?
Yes.
And what is it that you have done differently from your father, at least in terms of thinking, in terms of executing? What is it about this generation which we are doing differently, you think?
I believe for a span of time and everything, I would be needing his guidance for sure. But there are various decisions where I can take the risk of going into the market and getting some failure. Whereas he is like that, we need to think a lot and we can see whatever is the best that comes along. So I think the risk taking factor is a much more in me rather than my father.
And the risk, I'm sure, are now giving you results, right? Because
Yes.
I think Auto International is getting bigger and bigger each day. I mean, whatever little I know about the company, you're doing wonders. What is that one advice you want to give to the upcoming marketeers, Siddharth?
The one advice would be that export is a proving ground. And if a company can do it good in exports, it can surely be good in quality. There's a lot of scope for exports. Also, we should promote our Make in India products, which are now acceptable worldwide. So to conclude it, my advice is to focus on exports and adapt to the changing technologies to be successful and to cater the future requirements.
Perfect, Siddharth. Thank you for your time. And I think we have some perspective from someone who has seen the technical as well as the marketing side of the industry. And I'm sure you're going to use technology in a big way to reach your audience. Thank you for time and hope to meet you soon.
Thank you.